And the Checka Pro Radio Show starts now.
I'm taking what they're giving because I'm working for a living.
Hello, everybody. It is Checka Pro Joe. Welcome to the Checka Pro Radio Show. It is so great to have you here. Are you hot and sweaty? I bet you are. It's that time of the year here in Houston, Texas. Hey, I want you to stand by. Actually, listen to the entire show because today my guest and I have got solutions to make you more comfortable and save a whole bunch of money this summer in your home. My guest today is Adam Greer from the Wise Attic. Hello, Adam.
Hello, Jim. This is great to be in here with you today.
It's great to have you here. Thank you so much for coming into the studios here at Checka Pro. I want to let everybody know that I've known Adam for a long time, over 10 years, a pre-qualified Checka Pro member. Thanks for all you do for our listeners.
It is my pleasure, as always.
The Wise Attic, love the name of your company. Now, I want to explain a little bit what I think the Wise Attic means. First of all, it's a wise choice to have a healthy attic, for sure. You know, it just makes sense. To have a wise attic means you as the homeowner have made wise decisions to do the right things. And today we're going to talk about proper insulation and ventilation primarily. It's going to save people a whole bunch of money if they do it right, and they'll be more comfortable in their home, right?
Absolutely. And there's great wisdom in saving money, for sure.
Exactly. Wisdom, right? And you're a wise guy. You've been around a long time, as I have. We're about the same age, right?
Been around a little bit, yes.
A little bit. I'm just so excited to have you here in the studio today. So what we're going to do, everybody, is we are going to be talking about how you can save money and be more comfortable. And Adam has brought 8 deals to my radio program today, like he always does. I require that all my guests bring deals for you, my listeners at Checka Pro Radio. So 8 of you are going to get a special offer today. And there's some free stuff in that offer, isn't there?
Absolutely free.
Yeah. The attic stairway insulator called the Draftmaster. Let's talk about the free stuff first. The Draftmaster, absolutely free. It's almost $300 ordinarily, $299. What does the Draftmaster do?
It seals off the air leak from your attic staircase, your attic ladder. It seals it off. It seals it from critters and bugs, and it just keeps everything that's supposed to be in the attic, and everything that's supposed to be down in the house, in the house.
Yeah, and you're going to give that away absolutely free. But wait, there is more, because there's more free stuff. You are going to give a free, no obligation attic inspection.
Yeah.
Which is the first thing that you need to do, because you don't know what they need until you do the inspection. So you're going to come out to the house. You're going to go up in the attic, and what are you going to look at?
So I'm going to look at several things. First, want to know what the reason is you have me out. That's the number one. And then help you make wise decisions according to that need. And so once I get up in the attic, I'm looking at how much depth of insulation you currently have, the condition, health of that insulation, and airflow. Do you have enough airflow going on up there? And those 2 things are critical to a healthy, efficient attic. Yeah.
So a lot of people have deficient attic insulation. So let's talk about that, because you've got a special deal today. There are certain suggested R values. And to get an R value, it's pretty simple. You just have to have so much depth of a certain type of insulation.
Yeah. And I've explained this before. Think of it as a sponge. It's a heat sponge. Enough heat sponge keeps it out of your off your ceiling. If it's not enough, then it's going to hit your ceiling, and now you got radiant heat coming into your house.
Yep. So if you only have a few inches of insulation, you're not in Southern California. You are in the Houston, Texas area, and you need a lot more than that to keep that hot heat from the sun that's going through your roof into your attic that wants to penetrate into your home. Here's the phone number. I want you to call right now for these free deals, and we're going to talk about also the discounts that you can take advantage of if you decide that you need attic insulation or a solar attic fan, which we'll talk about in a moment. Call now, 281-936-0559. Again, the phone number, 281-936-0559. If you didn't get it, don't worry. We'll be giving out the phone number throughout the hour today here on Checka Pro Radio. However, only 8 of our listeners today, Adam, are going to get this offer.
Only 8. Call now.
Yep. And the reason why there's only 8 is because Adam and his team over at the Wise Attic cannot afford to give this away over and over and over again. This is a promotional opportunity. And for Adam to be able to give this away during the heat of the summer, this is the busy season, is a great thing.
It is a busy, busy season, and it's hot. So
Very hot, very hot. 281-936-0559 is the phone number. You must call to get the deal. 281-936-0559. If you just tuned in, you're like, what am I calling about? You're calling about getting a free attic inspection, your insulation and your ventilation. The Wise Attic team's going to come out absolutely free. You're also going to get a free attic stairway insulator called the Draftmaster if you purchase insulation and or a solar attic fan. Now, the insulation, let's talk about that quickly. It's a CertainTeed product.
Yes, we use CertainTeed. For 20 years, it only settles 1 inch on average. So it's just one and done.
Exactly. It should last the lifetime of your attic unless there is infiltration from rodents, rain, a burst pipe. You can go down the list. And of course, Adam and his team can take out the old insulation if need be, or a portion of it, and then put back what is needed to get the appropriate R value. Before we go to break, let's quickly touch upon the solar attic fan, because we talked about insulation, the attic stairway insulator, and now the active ventilation system.
Yes, and most people have a static ventilation system, which simply means you're dependent upon the thermal air rising, the airflow just rising up naturally. You want to get active ventilation, so it's pulling that air out of your attic. That's the best case scenario.
I've got a solar attic fan on my roof to pull the heat out of my attic. And right now, this time of day, it's working real hard, and it works because of the sun's energy getting that 30-watt solar attic fan to pull the heat out. I'll tell you what I really love about the product. There's many, many, many things. We'll talk about it throughout this program today. But one of the great things is I don't have to worry about plugging it in.
Right. Another one of those one-and-done things. Put it in, forget about it.
Yeah.
We get people that call all the time, hey, it's not working, because they don't hear it or whatever, but it's running, doing its thing.
Yep. Lifetime warranty, something else I love.
Yes. Lifetime warranty, except an act of God's only it's going to take it out of there, but everything else is warranted, yes.
And by the way, I do get questions from listeners a lot. Will my HOA allow me to put something like a solar attic fan on my roof? And what is that answer?
That's always a good question. And
so actually, I can't answer that question. It's against the law for the HOA to deny it because it's a solar product. They have to, by law, allow that solar attic fan to be installed. The HOA may require it to be on the back side of the home, not the street side, but that's okay because Adam's product has a panel on it, which is the solar panel, and you guys can adjust it.
Yes. Front or back, we have to get the sun. So yeah, the panel helps that out.
Yeah. And so I just love this product, knowing that it's running all day long, especially in the summertime. It turns off at night, which is good. It doesn't run in the winter at night, which is good to pull the heat out that I may want, the warmth that I may want in the winter time. It's just a fantastic product. 281-936-0559 is the phone number to get your free attic inspection by the Wise Attic guys. Yeah, they look like a bunch of owls, or wise, right? They're going to come out and check it out. Adam is in charge of the entire team at the Wise Attic. 281-936-0559. 8 deals today. However, Jerry, our engineer, is telling me in my ear we only have 7 left. 7. Call now, 281-936-0559. A free attic assessment. You're going to get the free attic stairway insulator, which is going to save you all kinds of money. And it's going to make your home more comfortable. And it's a $299 value, absolutely free if you purchase a solar attic fan or insulation.
Yes, absolutely free.
I believe this is one of the least expensive home improvement opportunities for people. Nothing like a kitchen or a bathroom remodel. It's going to make you more comfortable day one. And it's going to save you a whole lot of money and improve the value of your home.
Absolutely. It is one of those things that absolutely starts day one, like you said, to start saving money, but it makes you comfortable in your home. That's worth money. But it saves money on your shingles from your roof, your HVAC equipment. There's a lot of money savings immediately.
No, absolutely immediately. So what could end up happening is if you have these hot spots in your home, let's say your second floor guest room is really hot, and you call Adam out. By the time they're done pulling the heat out with the solar attic fan and putting more insulation in, by the end of the day, it's possible.
Yes.
It won't be. Certainly by the next day, after the heat is dissipated from the prior day, you're going to be like, this is a whole different room.
Yes. And we're going to take thermal images actually on the day of the assessment and show you later the savings right there.
Yeah, the thermal imaging machine is really kind of neat. And what it does, everybody, is it shows you the infiltration of the heat at that time. And then when it's remedied, which happens very quick and it's not expensive, you can see where it's not infiltrating.
Correct.
People ask, how long does it take to put insulation and or solar attic fans in my attic? And I know the answer. It's not weeks. It's not days. It's hours.
It's hours. And it could be quick. It really depends on the shape of the attic and the maneuvering that has to happen, but it is a one-day project, yes.
One day. 7 deals today. What's the deal? A free attic assessment. This would ordinarily cost hundreds of dollars for a professional such as Adam from the Wise Attic to come out. He's going to do it absolutely free for my listeners here at Checka Pro, and he's going to give you a free attic stairway insulator valued at almost $300 if you do end up needing insulation or a solar attic fan, and it doesn't matter how much of either.
Right, correct.
I really appreciate you offering that.
Oh, it is my pleasure, as always, to help the community of Houston, for sure.
Yeah, I know that you've done other businesses in the past, and this has been your favorite one so far because you can really solve a problem.
Yes.
Yeah. 281-936-0559 is the number. Only 7 left. 281-936-0559. I will tell you that these generally end up going in the break. For some reason, during the break, people call a lot. So when we come out of the break, I'll let you know how many we have left, but there's only 7 now. The number, 281-936-0559. Again, 281-936-0559. Adam, the Wise Attic guy, and I will be right back right after this, right here on Checka Pro Radio. Stand by. Did you get Adam's phone number? Once again, it's 281-936-0559. 281-936-0559. Call now to save money today. You know, this summer may be the hottest summer on record. That's what I said last year, and it keeps getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And that means our electric bills go up. And not only that, the wear and tear on our AC systems, on our roof, and other appliances is just too much. We're all just losing too much in the heat. I've got some good news, though. My friends at the Wise Attic have helpful solutions to save us money this summer on our utility bills as well as keeping us comfortable in our homes all summer long. You've got to call right now, 281-936-0559. Once again, 281-936-0559 to get your free attic inspection. Adam and his team from the Wise Attic will come out at no obligation, no cost to you, to take a look in your attic to determine if you have enough attic insulation and ventilation. Call now, 281-936-0559. So start with the free attic inspection. It's the best way to ensure that you're saving money and feeling more comfortable this summer. Hey, I'll tell you a secret. I got my inspection a few years ago. I got 6 inches of additional blown-in insulation. I got a solar attic fan. And I got my free Draftmaster. Yeah, that's the attic stairway insulator. Get your free attic inspection today. Get your free Draftmaster attic stairway insulator today. Call 281-936-0559. Again, 281-936-0559. Call now. And back here on the Checka Pro Radio Show, I love what I do. I am very blessed. You know, believe it or not, I know y'all don't think I'm very old, right? Like I'm 25 or something. Adam, do you know that I started talking into a microphone on the radio 40 years ago?
Well, of course I do know that, but I wouldn't have guessed it.
40 years ago.
You look like you're 30.
Yeah, thanks. I'm 35. I love doing what I do. You know, a lot of people think that radio is for someone's grandparent. And I know the people who are listening may be grandparents, but they all have homes. They're loyal listeners to the radio station, and they've been very loyal to me and you at Check-A-Pro. So thank you all for listening. And if I got a treat for you, if you've just tuned in, my good friend Adam Greer from the Wise Attic is joining me. Adam's always great to have you.
It's always good to be here.
In case you didn't get Adam's number and you're sweating it because it's hot this summer and the heat and the humidity and the electric bills are enough to want us just to move to Alaska, here is Adam's number from the Wise Attic. Save yourself some money, be more comfortable. 281-936-0559. It's 281-936-0559. That is the phone number for the Wise Attic. And by the way, the deals that are offered today can only be found at that phone number right now today, 281-936-0559. What are the deals? Well, I'll tell you what they are. A free attic inspection from my good friend Adam at the Wise Attic. So he's going to go out to your home and he's going to go into your attic and he's going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah. It was an honest assessment.
Yep.
Absolutely will be honest about it.
Yep. And what are you likely to find in an attic? Let's say the home is 10, 15, 20 years old and no one's ever done anything up there. What are you going to find?
All kinds of stuff, honestly. But everyone automatically assumes we need more insulation.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is that is not always the answer. Ventilation is a big one. You step up and it takes your breath away. It's so hot and stale. That's what we find right off the bat, is that you need to move this air around. Insulation, it has deteriorated. If it's 10, 20 years old, it's definitely crushed down. So adding to it, as far as we mentioned, the removal, most people think you got to remove it to do it. You don't have to do that. There's an enzyme treatment. We'll talk about that, I'm sure, later that treats it and makes it healthy. And then we can salvage it and help you get to a better R value depth.
I definitely want to talk about the enzyme treatment in a little while. It's called Attic Fresh. And in case I forget, maybe you'll remind me, Adam, it's a great enzyme treatment that really kind of freshens up your attic. A lot of people don't think much about their attic. They don't go up there much. The guy who works on the water heater or the air conditioning system, or maybe some other technician with wiring, may be up there. You spend a lot of time up there. You spend more time in the attic than that homeowner ever will. The thing about the attic, everybody, is it's an integral part of the home. It's not just a place to store stuff. And by the way, you shouldn't store stuff, but some people do. It is designed to basically hold up the roof, which keeps the rain out, which keeps other elements out. And it's designed, if designed properly, to move ambient air from the outside through it to cool it off as much as possible so the insulation can do the best job it can.
Absolutely. And real quick, when you talk about removing, I had a guy just called the other day who said, I got to get it, pull the insulation out and get new insulation. Why? It's old. It's not working. That idea, that's what most people think, as you mentioned, but it was 4 inches of healthy insulation left. So we're going to put on top of that and get him to an R38, which is 17 inches. And he was so thankful to save some money on removal and just make it better.
Yeah, you might have some moisture issues because of a broken pipe. You might have some rodent issues, and the top layer can often be taken out, and then you put down the new stuff. And what's nice about putting down the new stuff, it's like putting a new fresh coat of paint on a wall. You don't see the wall, you see the paint. So when you go up there, you're going to see a bunch of white fluffy stuff, which is a lot brighter than maybe the old brown or pink stuff that turned brown.
Right. And that's why he thought it was used up, because it was so dirty. Well, an attic's dirty. You're not going to avoid that. So, yes.
Only 6 offers left. We started off with 8 offers. There's only 6 left. Call now, 281-936-0559. Call to get your free attic inspection, or what we like to call an attic assessment. And the attic assessment expert from the Wise Attic, Adam, is going to come out and take a look at your attic absolutely free. There is no cost. There is no obligation. Call now. 281-936-0559. You might be asking, why is this guy, Adam, coming out for free from the Wise Attic? Well, he's doing me a favor. I've known him for a long time. He's a pre-qualified Check-A-Pro home service provider. I asked him to help my listeners. And by the way, if you have a problem with Adam, call me. I say that all the time. If you have a problem with any of my contractor friends, call me or go to checkapro.com and track me down. I doubt you will. And I'll tell you one thing, if there ever is a misunderstanding, Adam will fix it.
Absolutely. No questions asked. We'll get out there and make sure they're happy.
Yeah, 281-936-0559. I give out the number a lot, and Adam's probably wondering why. It's because, a lot of people are driving around today here in Houston. And when you're driving, I always tell people, do not communicate on your phone. Don't try to dial. So I give it out, and I'll tell people when you have a chance, pull over, or when you get to your destination, we'll give the phone number out again, and then you can call. 281-936-0559, the Wise Attic. Let's talk about some details of insulation to give people an idea of how inexpensive it is. Ordinarily, the price for insulation is $1.76 a square foot for a 6-inch ad, right? $1.76 for 6 inches. So picture this, everybody. Picture a square foot like a cube that's 12 inches by 12 inches by 6 inches. So it's half a cube. Half a cube. A full cube would be 12 by 12 by 12. I'm pretty good at math, geometry. I'm a quick one. 6 inches deep by 12 by 12. Only $1.76 for that cube there. Nice. But I've asked you for a deal. I shook you upside down. The pennies and nickels fell out. $1.36. That's about a 25% deal, everybody. So you're only going to be paying $1.36 a square foot for a 6-inch shed. So let's say you have a 1,000 square foot attic, which would be fair. If you have a 2,000 square foot house and it's 2 stories, your attic is about 1,000 square feet. It could be spot on 1,000. So it's not 1,700. It'd only be 1,360, but you're going to get a free attic stairway insulator, and you're going to get that free attic assessment, which might call for a solar attic fan.
Absolutely. Often it is not insulation. Like I said, it is the fan. We're going to make sure you have all the information you need to make your wisest decision for your budget, for your home.
The solar attic fan, we've got a deal. Well, it's actually Uncle Sam. 30% off. But actually, on top of that, you brought a deal. So it's true. You actually brought a deal today to the show, and then Uncle Sam is throwing in 30% on top of that deal. Can I talk about it? I'm excited.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let me see if I got this right. The solar attic fan, ordinarily $1,675, not dropped off in a box, installed. You guys install it and make sure it works. It will work and work and work because it uses solar energy. It has a humidistat. It has a thermostat. It's smart. It doesn't need attention. It just does what it does. $1,675. You're giving $200 off.
Yes.
For Check a Pro Radio Show listeners only.
Yes.
That brings it to $1,475. Very, very affordable. It's going to make you more comfortable and save you money on your electric bill. It's going to save you money on wear and tear on your roof, save you money on wear and tear on your air conditioning system. But wait, there's more. Uncle Sam says, you know what? We love the solar attic fan so much. We're going to give you 30% off of that, including installation.
Yes.
Wow.
They're behind this for sure. They want us to do it.
Okay. So that's another $384 that comes off this thing. It's now down to $1,032. I could say it's actually less than that because you're going to give the attic stairway insulator worth almost $300. So it's almost like $700.
Yeah.
Installed, a lifetime warranty. If it doesn't spin in 3, 4, 5, 10 years, you're going to replace it for free.
Right.
It's a no-brainer. Call now, 281-936-0559. If it's too good to be true, or sounds like it is, it's really because the kicker is our tax money's paying for it. The federal government is paying 30% of this, not just the fan, but the installation.
Yeah, the whole thing. The price tag we give you is what you turn in.
That is a big, big deal. So it's not $1,675. There's $200 off of that brings it to $1,475. But wait, the Fed says we'll give $384 off of that. It's $1,032. And then Adam says, well, don't forget $299, almost $300 coming off of that free attic stairway insulator, which is really critical. If you don't have an attic stairway insulator, you need one. If you have one, it's probably not the Draftmaster, which is the best on the market. The other one should probably be torn out because it's probably ragged. And the new one, you're going to love the Draftmaster.
Yes. In fact, if we leave there and you don't need insulation, you don't need ventilation, you need a Draftmaster.
Exactly. Promise
you that.
Promise. And the important thing about that, everybody, is the Draftmaster is technology that replaces what can't be there from the loss of insulation. So you can put insulation over sheetrock or any type of ceiling, but you can't put the loose insulation or bat insulation above your staircase because when you open it up, it would be snowing. This thing is NASA technology. It zips. It's beautiful. It is a beautiful piece of work. It's engineered so well. Call now to get your free attic inspection. Call now to get any of these deals. 281-936-0559. Again, 281-936-0559. We'll be airing in the commercial break the phone number as well, and Adam and I will be right back right after this here on Check A Pro Radio. Stand by. Did you get Adam's phone number? Once again, it's 281-936-0559. 281-936-0559. Call now to save money today. You know, this summer may be the hottest summer on record. That's what I said last year, and it keeps getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And that means our electric bills go up. And not only that, the wear and tear on our AC systems, on our roof, and other appliances is just too much. We're all just losing too much in the heat. I've got some good news, though. My friends at the Wise Attic have helpful solutions to save us money this summer on our utility bills as well as keeping us comfortable in our homes all summer long. You've got to call right now, 281-936-0559. Once again, 281-936-0559 to get your free attic inspection. Adam and his team from the Wise Attic will come out at no obligation, no cost to you, to take a look in your attic to determine if you have enough attic insulation and ventilation. Call now, 281-936-0559. So start with the free attic inspection. It's the best way to ensure that you're saving money and feeling more comfortable this summer. Hey, I'll tell you a secret. I got my inspection a few years ago. I got 6 inches of additional blown-in insulation. I got a solar attic fan. And I got my free Draftmaster. Yeah, that's the attic stairway insulator. Get your free attic inspection today. Get your free Draftmaster attic stairway insulator today. Call 281-936-0559. Again, 281-936-0559. Call now.
Missed part of today's radio show? No problem. Go to checkapro.com to hear the podcast of all our radio programs. Checkapro.com.
Hey guys, Check A Pro Joe here. Hey, I was just doing some math here in the break. So the Draftmaster, the attic stairway insulator, $299, you're going to get that for free. The attic inspection, Adam tells me, it's $500 ordinarily. So that's what, $799. If you get a solar attic fan, the federal energy tax credit of 30% that the government's going to give you is $384 in cash. That's $1,183. That's not even including the 25% discount on blown-in insulation if you need any of that. So we're talking over $1,000 minimum on getting the free Draftmaster, the free attic inspection, and the 30% federal energy tax credit on the solar attic fan if you need a solar attic fan. This is just phenomenal. Call my friends over at the Wise Attic, 281-936-0559. Call now, 281-936-0559 to get your hands on these deals. Call now. Hey, I'll give you a phone number you need to know. It's 281-936-0559. It's 281-936-0559. Now, you know, Adam, there are people who, for whatever reason, aren't ready to commit to something for free. So, isn't that wild?
Yeah, but
Okay.
they're suspicious is the problem.
Maybe.
Like, come on.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's real.
Yeah.
We're giving away some free stuff today, for sure.
So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Even if you don't want Adam to come out and give you free stuff, including the inspection of your attic, put his phone number in your phone, because when you hit rock bottom, whatever your rock bottom is, and you've just had enough, like you're fed up with the heat and the high utility bills, you're going to want to remember Adam from the Wise Attic. 281. I'll wait for you to put in your phone. 281-936-0559. Did you get it? Oh, again, 281-936-0559. Put it in your phone, put it under the Wise Attic, put it under Adam the Attic Guy, whatever, super hot in my attic, put it under that, whatever the key word is that you need to type into your phone when it's unbearable.
Right. Yeah, when you are dripping sweat into your eyeballs and they're burning from the salt, what's the call?
You know, I give you a lot of credit, you and your team going up in the attic. That seems like torture.
It could certainly be used for torture, I think, but it's tough. We try to get them done before noon. Otherwise you're cooking.
It's very dangerous as well. I want people to appreciate what the provider does who goes into your attic, regardless of what they're up there for. I mean, if you're in the air conditioning business and you're replacing a new air conditioning system for your customer, the homeowner, our listener, that's brutal.
It's brutal. The thing people don't realize, if something goes wrong up there, it's not a quick, you can't retrieve the body. You can't retrieve the person who got sick. You have to bust holes in the ceiling in a real emergency. So
yeah, because it's hard to get in to begin with.
Yeah. And depending how deep they've wiggled in, it could be dangerous.
If you're tired of your high utility bills, if you've got hot spots in your home, and you know what I'm talking about, you've lived in your home for years, in the winter you're like, it ain't so bad. But in the summer, it's hell because it feels like it. Yeah. Call 281-936-0559. 281-936-0559. It's one of the least expensive home improvement remedies. And it has one of the largest returns on investment. So when you sell your house one day and the inspector says, hey, by the way, to the people who are looking to buy it, they say, by the way, you're getting a great deal. These guys actually have 2 more inches than what's required.
Right.
They got great ventilation. Look at the electric bill, because a lot of people will want to look at the electric bill before they decide to buy the house, right? And they're like, what is it going to cost? So
yeah. And I want to touch on the winter and the summer. If the attic's unhealthy, it's unhealthy on both seasons. Yeah. We just will throw a blanket on and maybe a little sweatshirt and feel comfortable. But truthfully, we can save you money on both seasons and make your attic efficient for both seasons.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's for really all year round.
Yeah.
And it's really important to understand that, Adam, and I know this, it's the extreme. So if we were in Minnesota, it would be the winter that would be the extreme.
Exactly.
And in the summer, they're like, hey, we might not even need air conditioning here. We're the complete opposite. It's brutally, brutally hot, to the point where if our air conditioning system failed, we'd have to move out of the home because we would die.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how bad.
I go to a hotel room until it gets fixed. It's bad.
Exactly. Adam's number to fix your hot attic, very simple, 281-936-0559. 281-936-0559 is the phone number. There's only 4 of these offers left. We started off with how many?
8.
8. We're halfway through. Call now. Get your free attic assessment. No obligation, no pressure. 281-936-0559. If Adam and his team find things that need to be done and you just decide you don't want to get it done at that time, no pressure to buy. You're going to give your free time.
Yes, that's it. We come out truthfully just for the assessment. No obligation.
Yeah. And the hope is that you'll tell your neighbor about Adam.
Yeah. We want to be able to stare you in the eyes if we see you in HEB on Sunday shopping.
Yeah.
So we're going to be honest with you and straight. Yes, absolutely.
His name is Adam Greer. I've known him for over a decade. His company is called the Wise Attic. Again, the reason for Wise?
Because there's great wisdom in taking care of your attic. And so it's nothing. Everything we do is to help you make the wisest choice you possibly can for your money, for your family.
Yeah. And be a wise homeowner. Do what's right.
Yes.
It's not just the money that you're saving on electricity. It is the wear and tear on the shingles of the roof and other parts of that part of the house, the structure, and the wear and tear on air conditioning. Can you talk to that?
Yeah. So, and it is saving money even when you're talking about the roof, because if it deteriorates early, which a 30-year roof is not going to go 30 years in Houston. That's just the way it is. But if you can get an extra 2 years out of it by just keeping the air cooler, you don't have to spend $15,000 that early. It saves you money by keeping your stuff working healthy. Same with your HVAC. The unit itself is going to work less, and all your duct work is not going to be as hot. So when the air leaves at 72, by the time it gets to the furthest run of that unit, it might be dumping at 76 into that back bedroom. And you're like, I don't know why we can't keep it cool. Well, part of it is just the air is so hot in the attic. Get rid of that hot air, and you'll be able to keep that back room just as comfortable as the front.
Yeah, the solar attic fan, getting back to that, exchanges the really super hot air in your attic with the air from the outside, what we call the ambient air. The air that might be 98 degrees comes in to replace the 160 degrees.
Yes.
It's important. Now, there are passive ventilation products like an air hawk. They work okay, but the active ones, like the solar attic fan we've been talking about, the 30 watt, which is the go-to fan. There's a 25, there's a 70, but the 30 watt is the go-to fan. It's the one you sell most of. That works all day long at no cost, meaning there's no electricity that you have to pay for. It's coming from the sun. It starts in mid-morning when the sun starts to get it going and it's hot enough and humid enough, which it generally is in the summertime here. And before it can get hot, it's bringing in the ambient air.
Yeah. I was in an attic just the other day at 2:00 in the afternoon, which I hate. Tried all my assessments in the morning, same as we try to do the work. It was 170 degrees in that attic. It was not hard to talk to them about, we can fix this. So just picture that, 170 degrees just sitting on top of your head, waiting to come in and get you.
Yeah, get your free attic assessment. There's no obligation. Adam and his team will come out. Very trustworthy people. Pre-qualified Check A Pro members. The Wise Attic. 281-936-0559. 281-936-0559. You'll also get a free attic stairway insulator valued at $299 if you purchase attic insulation or a solar attic fan. Quickly here, the deals on the insulation are great. Ordinarily, a 6-inch ad is $1.76 per square foot, $1.76. But there's a deal today. It's about 25% off, only $1.36. To give you an idea, everybody, if you have 1,000 square feet, which many of our listeners do, because if they have a 2,000 square foot house, that's 2 stories, that attic's about 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
1,000 feet by $1.76 is $1,760, $1,760. It's only going to be $1,360, but they're going to get a $300 deal with the attic stairway insulator.
Bam.
It's huge. 281-936-0559. More math, more details, and more discounts coming up next, right here on Check A Pro Radio. Stand by. Did you get Adam's phone number? Once again, it's 281-936-0559. 281-936-0559. Call now to save money today. You know, this summer may be the hottest summer on record. That's what I said last year, and it keeps getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And that means our electric bills go up. And not only that, the wear and tear on our AC systems, on our roof, and other appliances is just too much. We're all just losing too much in the heat. I've got some good news, though. My friends at the Wise Attic have helpful solutions to save us money this summer on our utility bills as well as keeping us comfortable in our homes all summer long. You've got to call right now, 281-936-0559. Once again, 281-936-0559 to get your free attic inspection. Adam and his team from the Wise Attic will come out at no obligation, no cost to you, to take a look in your attic to determine if you have enough attic insulation and ventilation. Call now, 281-936-0559. So start with the free attic inspection. It's the best way to ensure that you're saving money and feeling more comfortable this summer. Hey, I'll tell you a secret. I got my inspection a few years ago. I got 6 inches of additional blown-in insulation. I got a solar attic fan. And I got my free Draftmaster. Yeah, that's the attic stairway insulator. Get your free attic inspection today. Get your free Draftmaster attic stairway insulator today. Call 281-936-0559. Again, 281-936-0559. Call now.
Missed part of today's radio show? No problem. Go to checkapro.com to hear the podcast of all our radio programs. Checkapro.com.
Hey guys, Check A Pro Joe here. Hey, I was just doing some math here in the break. So the Draftmaster, the attic stairway insulator, $299. You're going to get that for free. The attic inspection, Adam tells me, it's $500 ordinarily. So that's what, $799. If you get a solar attic fan, the federal energy tax credit of 30% that the government's going to give you is $384 in cash. That's $1,183. That's not even including the 25% discount on blown-in insulation if you need any of that. So we're talking over $1,000 minimum on getting the free Draftmaster, the free attic inspection, and the 30% federal energy tax credit on the solar attic fan if you need a solar attic fan. This is just phenomenal. Call my friends over at The Wise Attic, 281-936-0559. Call now, 281-936-0559 to get your hands on these deals. Call now. If your attic is hot, your utility bills are high, you're not alone. But I've got a guy in the studio today that can help you be more comfortable in your home and reduce your energy costs with more insulation and better ventilation. And, if you have a lot of insulation, that may not be the problem. It could be the ventilation.
Yeah. They go hand in hand. It's kind of which comes first, the chicken or the egg. If you don't have either one of them, we need both of them. But yeah, it's always tough for which one's the most important right now.
Yeah. I always make a recommendation because I've been talking about this for a long time. I'm a big home improvement guy. I have ample insulation in my attic now, and I have a solar attic fan now. But before I did, I needed those items, but I learned something. In your business, the first thing that I recommend that you do, Adam, and your team members do for the homeowner and yourselves, because we talked about how hot it is up there, is if it needs insulation, put the fans in first to get it to help cool the attic so you guys don't die up there putting the insulation in.
Yeah. And I honestly, if you have to make a choice, budget decides that, go with the air, move the air, and then we'll find out how bad your attic really is. Get that air out of there. Mm-hmm. That is critical.
Mm-hmm. The air is the problem, generally. If you have no insulation at all and you are literally looking down at sheetrock from above, it's easy. Start blowing in some insulation fast. But you also have to understand what the ventilation is doing or not doing. The thing about a new house, because I know a lot of people are listening saying, I have a new house, I'm good. Are you? So the builder builds the house, but the builder doesn't build the house to live in the house. And if the builder built the house to live in it themselves, they might put in better ventilation and more insulation.
You just create a new tongue twister.
That was a lot.
That was a lot.
I made it through though, didn't I?
You did.
Okay. But don't you agree, just because it's a new house doesn't mean it has the proper insulation, and certainly probably doesn't have the best ventilation.
Absolutely. The contract, they're building those homes with the minimum of everything. Get it to code, let it go. So yeah, new homes, old homes, they all need an assessment and find out what really can be done to improve your situation.
281-936-0559. If you don't know what's going on up in your attic, there's a no obligation free attic assessment. My friend Adam Greer will come out from the Wise Attic. 281-936-0559. Only one of these offers left. We started off with 8, and what generally happens is actually more than 8 calls come in, and that's up to Adam and his team if they want to take care of those people. So don't be in that position. Don't put Adam in the position where his team is answering the phone. He's on the air right now, and his team's answering, and they say, well, you're caller number 12. And they're like, oh, now what? I know often you guys will help him out, but don't put him in that position.
Yeah. Yeah. If you make the phone call,
all right,
and we get you, we'll take care of you.
But you need to call now during this hour. It's not fair to Adam to call in a couple of days because he's already given away these 8. 281-936-0559. Also, be fair to your neighbor. If you don't need this now, then don't call. Put it in your phone. Just put the number 281-936-0559 in your phone right now. 281-936-0559. Let someone else get this. Don't waste your time and don't waste Adam's time. When he comes out, he wants to make sure that you're serious about saving money and being more comfortable.
Yeah. And here's the truth. You need an assessment. How do you know whether you need more or not? How do you know whether we can improve? People say, oh, I'm comfortable. Mm-hmm. Maybe you can be more comfortable. The assessment is free if you call and book with us during the show.
Yeah. It's so rare today, and I get it, to have a home service professional come out to your home. It's expensive to dispatch a company. There's wear and tear on vehicle. There's their time, and opportunity cost time. And time is money. So it's like when there's a false alarm with the fire department, I forgot what the numbers are, but when they dispatch a fire truck, it is so expensive.
Correct.
So expensive. So think of this. You've got a fire in your attic. It's called a hot attic, and you're calling the fireman. His name is Adam. His time is worth a lot. So this is worth so much. I don't even know what the free attic assessment is worth because it's not just the time on the road. It's the time in the attic plus your expertise. I would say it's worth $500, $1,000, somewhere in there.
I think it'd be fair. I'm not going to charge that. I think it would be fair.
Yeah. And we don't even talk about it. We say it's free. We don't tell people the value of that. Let's put a number on that. Minimum $500, $299 attic stairway insulator for free. It's called the Draftmaster. I've got one. It's an outstanding product. It'll last a lifetime. The deals today on attic insulation, 25% off attic insulation, and the solar attic fan, huge deals, $200 off the $1,675. So it's not $1,675 for the solar attic fan today. It's only $1,475. And the federal government is throwing in $384. And there's some math how we got there. And that's 30% off of the $1,475. So that's only $1,032. And if you get the fan, you're going to get the attic stairway insulator for free. That's another $299 value. You're almost making money by getting this stuff done. It's almost free because arguably within so many hot months of time, you're saving wear and tear on the roof, wear and tear on the air conditioning system. And what we can measure every month is that electric bill.
Absolutely. And it will change starting day one.
So it's kind of like reducing blood pressure. Let's say your electric bill is 160 over 100. It's a high blood pressure, by the way. You don't want that. So you go to the doctor and the doctor says, we'll give you, blood pressure medicine. Over time, hopefully a short period of time, you're going to see a reduction in that. Same thing with your electric bill. You're going to see very quickly a reduction. Like your blood pressure, you want your electric bill to be low.
Correct. Because that often affects your blood pressure.
It does. We don't want any of our listeners dropping dead of their electric bill or of the heat.
Yes. Yeah. Right now, our bills are all doubled and tripled and everybody's screaming.
Yeah, it's expensive. Energy's only going up. And whether you believe in global warming or not, all I can tell you is over the past few years, it is the hottest it has been in Houston, Texas, in recorded history. And you don't even need to ask anyone that. We know.
Yes.
It's hot.
It is hot.
Also this year, we have seen some tropical disturbances earlier than ever. And I think this trend may last for a number of years, and then it'll go away again, and it'll come back again. And we're just in a very, very hot trend. Here's the number, 281-936-0559. Adam's number. Adam won't be answering the call, but someone from his office will, and they're all great over at the Wise Attic. 281-936-0559. Only one of these offers left, and the show is going to be ending shortly. Is there any other wisdom from the Wise Owl guy here at the Wise Attic? What do you want to give away here for wisdom?
For wisdom.
Wisdom.
It is unwise to not do this. I mean, I don't mean to be smart with that. If you don't take advantage of this, you're actually unwise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
because it's
be
free.
Wise.
It's free. And a pre-qualified home service professional, I've known him for over 10 years as part of CheckAPro, and he's a friend of mine, and he's done work on my property. You can trust him. He's been here on the radio station for years as well. I would call him. There is no obligation. You really have nothing to lose. It would be foolish or very unwise, as you said, not to have Adam come out. 281-936-0559. Can we go over these deals one more time before we conclude?
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's start off with the free attic assessment. Forget about all the deal prices, everybody. The free attic assessment, there's no cost at all.
No cost.
You're going to come out.
Free is free is free.
You're going to climb up into the attic, and there's different ways to get into different attics. Some have stairs, some have holes in the wall, literally. But you're going to go into the attic, and you are going to check it out. It's not going to cost them any money at all. And you're going to check the ventilation, and you're going to check the insulation.
Yeah.
And you might find something also. Maybe you find some rat droppings. You say, hey, by the way, We don't specialize in this, call a pest control guy, but you got an issue here. So that's what you're going to do. You're also going to offer, if they need insulation, 25% off blown-in insulation, a CertainTeed high-quality product. It's pretty much what almost everyone has now in a blown-in insulation. It's a great product. And then the ventilation, the solar attic fan, huge deal. You're offering $200 off of the solar attic fan, the 30-watt solar attic fan, to bring it down to $1,475. There's a 30% federal energy tax credit, so Uncle Sam is throwing $384 in for a total out-of-pocket of only $1,032. But you're going to throw in, for free, the $299 attic stairway insulator called the Draftmaster. So this thing comes down to about $700.
Yes, it is brilliance to do this.
Call now. Get your free, no obligation attic assessment. 281-936-0559. Again, 281-936-0559. Adam, thank you so much for joining me today. See you next time, everybody. Hey guys, Checker Pro Joe here. Hey, I was just doing some math here in the break. So the Draftmaster, the attic stairway insulator, $299, you're going to get that for free. The attic inspection, Adam tells me, it's $500 ordinarily. So that's what, $799. If you get a solar attic fan, the federal energy tax credit of 30% that the government's going to give you is $384 in cash. That's $1,183. That's not even including the 25% discount on blown-in insulation if you need any of that. So we're talking over $1,000 minimum on getting the free Draftmaster, the free attic inspection, and the 30% federal energy tax credit on the solar attic fan if you need a solar attic fan. This is just phenomenal. Call my friends over at The Wise Attic, 281-936-0559. Call now, 281-936-0559 to get your hands on these deals. Call now. Did you get Adam's phone number? Once again, it's 281-936-0559. 281-936-0559. Call now to save money today. You know, this summer may be the hottest summer on record. That's what I said last year, and it keeps getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And that means our electric bills go up. And not only that, the wear and tear on our AC systems, on our roof, and other appliances is just too much. We're all just losing too much in the heat. I've got some good news, though. My friends at The Wise Attic have helpful solutions to save us money this summer on our utility bills as well as keeping us comfortable in our homes all summer long. You've got to call right now, 281-936-0559. Once again, 281-936-0559 to get your free attic inspection. Adam and his team from The Wise Attic will come out at no obligation, no cost to you, to take a look in your attic to determine if you have enough attic insulation and ventilation. Call now, 281-936-0559. So start with the free attic inspection. It's the best way to ensure that you're saving money and feeling more comfortable this summer. Hey, I'll tell you a secret. I got my inspection a few years ago. I got 6 inches of additional blown-in insulation. I got a solar attic fan. And I got my free Draftmaster. Yeah, that's the attic stairway insulator. Get your free attic inspection today. Get your free Draftmaster attic stairway insulator today. Call 281-936-0559. Again, 281-936-0559. Call now.